unique about this project, and unlike many other projects that we do, this is a joint venture with a landowner. We really specialize in this. I'll go to a map. This is a full investor deck that Brian can email to you, gentlemen, after the call. The project was just literally renamed last week from Arbor to Gabriel. So that's the official working name. I'm going to go to a map of San Antonio. So the story is very intriguing because the owner of the property purchased this land 8 years ago for $325,000. The land is over 8 acres, and you can see in the red here, this is the property. It's a northwest part of San Antonio. The owner is not a developer, he's a construction manager. However, he was able to rezone this property from single family to mixed use and multifamily. And then he plans to develop an apartment project, but he's got stuck because he doesn't know how to develop. So he approached Metropolitan Development and our team to help him as a consultant. And we refused because we said he doesn't have the financial ability to move forward. And we didn't want to take his money and waste his money. We said, you really need a partner, an experienced developer. He called us a few months later and asked if we would be interested in being his partner. And after further analysis, we entered into a joint venture agreement in November of 2023, and we closed on the land. We brought in additional capital on our own, Brian and myself, and one of our other partners. His name is Depeche. We closed on the land. The land, I'm going to go back to the map, sits on the northwest part of San Antonio. Some of you guys, or you guys both know San Antonio really well. It's 6 minutes from La Cantera, and it's 5 minutes from Helotes, one of the best school districts in the area. There is a shortage of apartments and condos and housing in that market. Here is the location in relationship to La Cantera Shopping Center. And all of this is described in detail in our investment deck. What's unique about it is that the land basis is extremely low. So our land basis at closing was $367,000, where the land appraised as is at $1.7 million, and we have a copy of the appraisal. However, the value of the land to the project is $3 million. So this is a perfect example of deals where we come in and partner with the landowner. We bring our architects, our engineers, our zoning lawyers, civil, and so forth, and capital. So to date, we have raised two tranches of capital for this development, which will be condominiums and retail space. This is the site in more detail. We're developing this into a mixed-use project, 145 condos. We started as apartments, but we pivoted into condominiums because there's a shortage of condominiums in San Antonio marketplace, number one. Number two, our land basis is very low, so we can sell those condos between $400 and $500 a foot, which is about half of what they would sell in Austin. And on top of it, this is a very unique property with no other properties in the area with the same zoning. So as you can see, we are embodying a green space, very similar to White Rocks, which is a flat plain with a walking trail. City of San Antonio and Austin are working on a 100-mile-long trail that's going to go from downtown San Antonio to Austin. This is going to pass by our property, literally going northwest. And then in addition to this, we are creating our own private park, which is going to be over 4 acres of land as an amazing amenity for our condominium buyers. This project is in design phase right now. We are in schematic design. We're moving into design development. This is like 3 connected buildings, very efficient design, 86% efficiency, gross to sellable. There will be a coffee shop on the ground floor of the building with a bakery. There will be a co-working space and 145 condominium units, from studio, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, all the way to 3 bedrooms. In this package, you'll also see high-level financial information about the development, and I'll scroll to those pages because we are kind of limited on time. Let me go in here. Okay, so yeah, so this is really high-level, phenomenal return. This project has a return of cost of over 21% because of our extremely low land basis. And this is even with $3 million land base cost to the partnership. Our actual cost is $367,000, as I mentioned earlier. 29%, almost 30% IRR, multiple 1.7. This was at 160 units. This package is from April. We're going to be updating this package in July because we had no need to update this. We reduced the average, the unit count because we increased the average unit size due to demand for larger units. The total equity for the project is anywhere from $12 to $14 million, all in equity. We're betting on a $41 million construction loan. The total sellout of the project is over $72 million, and the project cost is under $60 million with a total project profit of about $13 million. So extremely profitable deal from that perspective. Where we are in the cycle right now, we just raised additional $900,000, which was one of the easiest raises we've ever had. It took about 10 days to raise that money from individual investors. We are offering right now a pre-LP capital. So very similar to what Brian mentioned with White Rocks, we allow investors to come in at almost our basis. We don't charge any developer pref on top of this. We're really allowing people to come in early on. And what we are offering currently is a 10% preferred return accruing. And we're also offering a 10% bonus on future LP valuation. So basically, the idea is that we're raising a balance of the GP capital, which we foresee to be about $3 million all in. And then on conservative basis, LP will be either 12 to 15, depends on timing of the project and how many pre-sales we're going to get. But the investors today can come in at about 10% discount, to that valuation. So whatever we're going to get from future LPs, the investors coming in today will get a 10% bonus for being a little bit earlier. What's really important about this project is that we also plan to go to market. All of this is spelled out in this brochure. Also, our team plan to go to market in September. We're going to start our condominium reservation process, and we're going to convert our sales to contracts. This is the timeline for the project here. We're going to convert our pre-sale reservations to contracts in the first quarter of 2025. We plan to close on construction loan in May of 2025 and go vertical. The total construction duration, because it's a mid-rise building, it's not a high-rise, it's only 22 months. We expect the entire investment cycle to be anywhere from 29 to 32 months, depends on where the investor is going to come in. So you get about 29% IRR, and if you invest capital, let's say this summer, this is probably about 29 to 30 months cycle.
Perfect. And our minimum, Paul, probably 100,000 at this point.
100,000, right? Yeah, we're keeping this project open to individual investors because that's our preference at this level. Because people who really understand that we have a very low land basis, because the landowner who bought the land 8 years ago transferred the land cost to us at his cost, right? So there's no markup, no margins. We brought in $600,000 of our own capital, Brian and me and Depeche. And then we just raised additional 900,000. And so the next step is to raise about $1 million to finish all the pre-sales, all the permits, all the impact fees. The project is fully entitled, fully approved. We just got a plat approved by the county, literally recorded last week. We avoided a $1 million increase in impact fees, which was a huge win and huge success for our team. The project is 90% engineered as far as civil engineering, water, sewer approvals, power approvals. We're just finishing the design to get our building permits. So it's a very low risk project from that perspective because it's fully entitled. And the land basis is very low.
Yeah. So again, you guys are coming in, kind of a quick summary, about 140 units with some retail on the bottom, co-working and a coffee shop or so on. We're looking for about another $1 million on this. Then we'll have an LP raise as well, which is going to be 12 to 15. what we're offering.
Yeah, probably closer to 12 when we're done. Yeah.
Yeah, probably
higher.
10% discount on the valuation when the LP comes in, and then a 10% preferred return, 100K minimum. You know, happy to share any of the details. If you know, we can take you to the site. I know you live not too far away, Ricardo, so we'd be happy to show you the site next time we're down. Great project, phenomenal basis. Again, thank you for taking a look at that. We look forward to chatting with you and your investors. Thanks.
Yeah, we would love for us to visit the site, combined with more investors. That way you can do a more complete presentation about this, but also we can see the site and they can see how big San Antonio is getting, and that's why Elotes plays a very key factor for the development of the area as a whole, connecting with Austin, and basically what Pablo was saying about this corridor and everything that is going on right now in this in this state of Texas, that it's growing like crazy every single day.
Yeah, and like you said, it's a growing corridor, but also very important to mention that Elotes, which is next door to our site, we are in San Antonio, across the street from Elotes, is the best school district in that northwest part of San Antonio, but they have a moratorium on apartments, so you cannot build any more apartments or condominiums. We are the only site in a 5-mile radius where you can build more condominiums. And there is not a single condominium project next to La Cantera Shopping Center, which is, as you know, 5-star shopping center with Neiman Marcus and, luxury boutiques and a resort. And also San Antonio Spurs are building $1 billion training facility 4 minutes from our site. 4 minutes from our site.
And on top of everything else that you just mentioned, Elotes is, I guess, the most Hispanic area of this area in Texas.
We already have a list of Mexican buyers from Monterrey and other markets who bought from our sales team and other projects. They're waiting for the prices. They're ready to buy condos for themselves. They want to live there or have a second or third home. Yeah,
that's exactly what I was thinking. This is gonna be a great sale for Mexicans trying to buy a condo in the United States at a very affordable price.
Yes.
So on top of investors, we can also help you with promoting the sales of the condos in Mexico, all over Mexico.
I'll connect you with our sales team, because they have a very long history working with Mexican buyers, and actually they know the market. They've been there personally. We have a long-standing relationship with Mexican realtors, and those are specifically designed to those price points. Our studios will be from low to hundreds, $300,000, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 400, 500. That's the limit, right? So this is a very affordable project that you can't find anywhere else in Northwest San Antonio, in the economical epicenter of San Antonio, which is safe, green, with great infrastructure and a booming economy.
Beautifully designed, very well amenitied, just top quality units. You'll see.
So the only issue I have is that you caught us in between the investor packages, because the one that I showed you was from April, before we changed our project name, and we just raised that money, so we don't need the next batch until probably July, August. So we're going to update our numbers, and we can send you the package and you can share it with your investors.
Perfect.